Hello and welcome to all of you in today's lecture. Today we are going to see some multiple choice questions on proton NMR spectroscopy, and of course some questions are there from UV spectroscopy as well. The first question is lambda max for this molecule is. Now first of all you have to find out the lambda max for this molecule. So heteroannular diene, so basic lambda max is 215 nanometer. Extended conjugation is 1, that's why 30. This is extended conjugation. Exocyclic bonds 1, 2, 3, 3 exocyclic bonds, and substituents 1, 2, 3. And one more is here, it is 4, so 20 nanometers. Summation is 280 nanometer. Okay. So the correct option is second, 280 nanometers. The remaining options are incorrect. Which of the following, the second example, A to D protons in the following molecule gives a triplet. Now we have to find out whether A, B, C or D, the small letters, can give a triplet. This will give singlet, so that is out of question. This will give triplet because it has two neighbors. This will give quintet or sextet rather. This also gives triplet, so should be A and C. So correct option is going to be A and C. Both A as well as C, they will give triplets, and remaining we have already said. This has got 5 neighbors, so sextet. This is isolated, so singlet. How many signals the following molecule will display in its proton NMR? So options are 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these methyls are chemically equivalent and they are going to display only one peak. All 12 hydrogens can give absorbance around 1.7 delta. Which of the following is a low energy radiation? These are the energy fragments from the electromagnetic spectrum: UV, IR, microwave and radio wave. So if you look at the energy pattern, UV more energy, then IR, then microwave, and last is radio wave. So we are asking low energy. Low energy is going to be radio wave, which is enough to bring about the spin-spin transition, and this is the option. If the proton or neutron number is even, then the spin of the molecule would be integral, half integral, 0 and positive. I will just take the example in this regard. Carbon 613. So carbon 613 is one example for this. You can think of other examples also, but or I will take another example, fluorine 919. Now here 9 is number of proton, 10 is number of neutron. So either of them is even, so this is half integral. So I should be half, so half integral is correct. How many signal this molecule will show in proton NMR? Of course, you can also ask for C13, but since it is not there in your syllabus, I am not talking about C13. How many signals, how many types of protons are there? The aldehydic proton and methylene protons. So there would be 2 signals or 2 peaks in its proton NMR spectrum. Moving on to the 7th example. In proton NMR spectrum recorded in CDCl3. Normally CDCl3 is one of the deuterated solvent employed for recording the proton NMR spectra. The resonance or the peak observed at 7.24 or 25 is mainly because of what? There are 4 options, so you have to pick the correct one. Yeah, coming back to that question, proton NMR spectrum recorded in CDCl3, the resonance at 7.24 is due to water, trace of HCl, trace of chloroform, or exchangeable protons which are present in it. The correct option is, although it is deuterated, it contains trace of CHCl3, the chloroform, the normal chloroform rather than deuterated one, and that normal is getting absorbed and it display a sharp peak at 7.24 delta. Question number 8. C10H14, 2 signals in NMR. So C10H14 already C10H22, C10H14, 4 sites of unsaturation. So all aromatic rings, they are complying the requirement of it, and only one will fulfill. Let us talk about the first compound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me put the things in detail. Okay. These 2 hydrogens are equivalent. These 2 methyls are equivalent. These 2 are equivalent. So this is going to give you 3 signals. CH3, set A, set B, set C, set D. So 4. So this is not a molecule of our interest. This is because both methyls as well as hydrogens. Now this hydrogen is flanked by 2 methyls, same as this is flanked by 2 methyls. Now this methyl has got hydrogen on one side, methyl on another side. Similarly is for this hydrogen and methyl. So they constitute set A, this constitutes set B. So this option is correct, that is number C, and the other one will definitely give 3 signals, one for methyl, one for methylene, and one for this. So this is A, B, and this will be C. So obviously 3 signals, with 2 signals are possible with this only. Now the next example, which of the following list or which list has all active nuclei, active in the sense of magnetically active nuclei. So, let us start with D. Fluorine 19 is active, yes. Hydrogen is active, this is inactive, because that is having even number of atomic number as well as mass. So, that is out of question. Same as here, you can strike out that. Here also you can strike out that. Hydrogen as well as deuterium. Deuterium has got spin number 1. So, hydrogen, we know that it is I is equal to half. So, both are active, carbon is not. In this case, all will have half integral spin. So, this is the correct set. Set A is correct. Proton or hydrogen 1 1, carbon 6 13, fluorine 9 19, all are magnetically active. So, for set 1 is correct, all are active nuclei. In other remaining sets, C12 is there which is not active, hence you can eliminate them on the basis of it. What pattern do you expect in proton NMR of this molecule? Now, this is 1,1-dichloropropane, because minimum number 2 halogen, CH3, CH2, CH, Cl, Cl. Now, this proton has got 2 neighbors, so triplet. This has got 3 neighbors on this side, so and 1 here, so doublet of a quartet, and this is having 2 neighbors, so triplet. So, the correct answer is 2 triplets and 1 doublet of a quartet. These are 2 signals we expect in this molecule. So, doublet of a quartet and 2 triplet, that is correct option. Doublet of a quartet for this, because this has got methyl on one side, methine on another side. So, doublet of a quartet. Okay. Next example, C8H10O. C8H10O, C8H10O, C8H18, 8 hydrogens are missing. I will just quickly write it here. C8H18 minus C8H10, 8 hydrogens are missing, 4 sides of one saturation. So, we can think of aromatic ring here. 3 proton, these are methyls, and this indicates paradise substituted ring. Paradise substituted aromatic ring is there, and of course, the probable structures are also given. 4-methyl phenol. So, I will put all the structures and then we will talk about the possibility. 4-methyl phenol, it is not matching with the given molecular formula. C8, here only 7 carbons are there. So, this is incorrect. Second one, 2-ethyl phenol. It is matching with the formula, but it is not giving the singlet pattern. Now, this will be triplet, this will be quartet besides the aromatic rings pattern. So, even the second is incorrect. third option is 4-methyl phenol. Actually that should be another option. Let me check. Methyl anisole, sorry, this is anisole because it cannot be phenol once again. So 4-methyl is here, this is anisole. So 4-methyl anisole, these 3 methyls will be singlet, these 3 methyls will be singlet, and of course these 2 sets are there. In para substituted ring you got to have 2 sets of proton, so they are going to display this will be 6.8, this will be 7.2 orthocoupled, so coupling constant is 8 Hertz. So this is the correct structure. Last one is 4-methyl benzyl alcohol. 4-methyl, I will put methyl here. The problem is this will give singlet, but 2 proton it will be singlet, 1 proton singlet exchangeable. So 2 protons are there, so we need this 6 protons here. No exchangeable proton is mentioned in that. So this is also, see, this is ruled out on the basis of exchangeable proton. This is also ruled out. This is also ruled out because we don't have hydroxyl proton, which is not given by the proton NMR data. So obviously anisole is the correct option. Rest of the options are incorrect. So those examples I thought will do because these are based on your syllabus. One more I'll plan on carbanion and the other part of the syllabus. One already I have uploaded, and that will take care of most of the queries also from your syllabus, because syllabus is condensed. Those 2 chapters, natural products and retrosynthesis, have been removed from your syllabus for this exam. So hopefully we'll be able to do all those things in time, because your exams are scheduled somewhere in the first week of July. Probably the exams will take place, and your preparation in that regard has to be perfect for online exam most probably. Thank you.